Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. My name is Daniel Livingstone, and we are on YouTube today. Today's stream is going to be about editing using some AI tools to help speed up our workflow in post. We're also going to be touching a little bit on color correction versus color grading. So I'm going to explain what the differences are, when you need both, and how to do either, depending on what your needs are. So to jump right into things, we are here inside of Lightroom. And you can see here we have a photo shoot of a group fitness class that is a community that I'm a part of. So I regularly participate in these group exercise sessions, but I'm just covering I'm giving myself a lot of patience here with this recovery, so I don't think I was at capacity to be able to work out too hard. I did want to support and show up for people, so I decided to come and take some photos, capture the experience, and give the guys a couple shots. So they can hopefully use their socials and stuff. Now, before we get super deep into this stuff, I want to make a thumbnail for Instagram. So what I'm going to do is go to Photoshop, do this. So yeah, we're going to take this shot here, really like what we did with it. I'm going to copy some settings over really quick that I worked on for the thumbnail of this video. And let's just paste them on. Perfect. Put a little bit of contrast on there.
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We have the world in our sight, and I know together we'll be alright. Can you see forever we will go?
Mic in a little bit better. Turn up the sensitivity a tad. Hopefully you can hear me a lot better through that. Right? No. This should be better. Right? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye on those audio levels. Sorry if it's been super loud lately though. Alright. We want to fit this to our canvas. We need to change this to our now YouTube live streams. And then this is going to say editing movement in Aftershoot and update the date. And that's 2025. First stream of the year. And boy, has it been a tough start to the year. But this feels compressed. This feels very compressed. There we go. Maybe there's a better shot for this. Let me explore. I wish there was I wonder if there's a filter for vertical versus horizontal. No. I'll just do a group shot, it's fine. Okay, so we need to save this 2025-01-12 and then export that into the Instagram folder. And then I need to get this back to myself on my phone, so give me 1 second. I'm going to switch to Facecam while I go into my drive. Alright, we're back inside of Lightroom. I have to go on my phone, download this thumbnail, and then send it over to Instagram really quick for a stream promo. And you know what, while we do that, I can kind of queue up most of what we're going to be doing today. So there is a program called Aftershoot, which is what I'm running right now. And I'm going to fire up our folder. So we're gonna, this is the photo, or this is the folder that has all the raw images. You can see here, it imports those. And what I'm going to have this do is I'm going to have this make our selects for us. So this is going to do my 5-star rating and my color tagging. It's going to pick all the best images that I shot, because I shot maybe a few too many photos during this session. So in the meantime, I am going to import, move over to the cull tab. I'm going to click start culling. I use the AI automated culling tool. Select my shoot type. I like to do a customized AI cull. We're not going to do highlights for this one. I will have the duplicate photos feature turned on because I did a lot of burst shooting for this. And then we just click start. So it runs from here. Eventually, okay, so there we go. So you'll see a progress bar at the top, and that is going to let us know when this is done picking it out for us. It does take a second, but now we're free to go do other things. So I'm going to jump back into my Lightroom catalog here, and now we can start going over that color grading versus color correction concept I was talking about. And I think the best example for that is going to be in these shots, because I set them up for this lesson.
Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all
So yeah, you can see in Aftershoot it says we have about 5 minutes to go. So this is going to pick all our photos for us in 5 minutes. I'll come back to that later once that's done. But in the meantime, let's talk about color grading versus color correction. I find that a lot of people, when asking about advice with color, especially in photo, always refer to it as color grading, but the real technique they're looking for is color correction. So color correction is just editing the photo to look true to life as it appeared in the scene, fixing any imperfections with the color that aren't accurate, or even fixing things that were in the scene that might be distracting to your photo. So the best example here is I have a photo that I shot at 7500 white balance and 6 tint, and I intentionally made the setting super wrong for this because that wall behind them is supposed to be white, and I know that's true because this font or this text here on this machine is also supposed to be white, and the socks are supposed to be white, and they're looking really, really yellow. So we need to take these reference points and make sure that they are a true white, if not true tone to the scene. So the fastest way we can do that is using our white balance selector tool, the eyedropper tool, clicking on that and then hovering over where we want it to pick a target neutral. So we click on that and it does make the scene color accurate. It white balances the scene for us. But you'll see now we have, the photo's kind of lifeless and dull, and in our actual scene we did have a little bit of warmth in the lighting. It wasn't like a perfectly white fluorescent lighting. So if we wanted like true white balance, we would leave it here, we would be satisfied. What I can do is pump a little bit of vibrance in there just to give him some life and bring some life to the skin tones. But other than that, this is technically accurate, albeit not very interesting. This is where we go a little farther into the realm of color grading. So if I wanted to make this shot more interesting, what I would do is start playing around with colors in a more creative fashion to evoke a sense of emotion or a certain mood. Let's say I wanted to add a cool, cold, intense mood to this. I could probably go into my color grading tab here, and inside of my shadows options, I'm going to slide the hue over to a blue cold tone and then pump some of those blue tones in there. I can also do the same with highlights if I wanted to do, let's say, like a cyan highlight, but then I wanted to preserve the skin tones. I could make a warm mid-tone and increase the saturation there. So I'm protecting his skin tones, but I'm adding this very cool, almost violet tone to the darker parts of the image. And now we have an image that is color graded. You can see that the images aren't, you can see now that the colors are not true to life. They have a little bit of expression to them, some unnaturality to it that adds to the story, it adds to the emotion, and that is what separates color grading from color correction. Make sure the audio is good on that. Music's still kicking though. I can always re-record these for YouTube anyway. So, checking out an Aftershoot, we got a little bit extra time left on that. So in this example, I can show you a bunch of other presets that I've created that are more for color grading, that are going to have some interesting effects that aren't necessarily accurate, but add a neat effect to the picture. So this is another one where it's like very green tinted. It almost looks improperly shot, but if we were going for like a movie grade look, we could probably use something like this if we wanted to look uneasy or like very like dramatic. very suspenseful. These green tones usually show up in like a Fincher type of color grading look, especially if I really want to hammer in the vignettes some more. So I'm actually gonna make two versions of this shot. Let me pick out the one that I like the most. This one's probably the best version. I'm gonna straighten it out. I'm gonna crop it in. I won't include like rule of thirds and all that. I'll fix the. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do two versions of this shot. We'll do two versions of this shot to illustrate the differences between color correction. Sorry. We'll do two versions of this shot to illustrate the differences between color correction and color grading. This first one is going to be color correction, which I'll use my white balance selector eyedrop tool. Click on a spot in the image, it should be true white, and this does a good job of making it all perfectly balanced. Everything's true white like it should be. So I would say that these adjustments make this a technically accurate and true image. However, it's kind of boring, it's uninteresting. So we're gonna take these same edits, starting from this point where we've color corrected, push it even further into the realm of color grading to use color as a way to tell our story. So I want a cool and dramatic look for this. I'm gonna pump some cyans into the highlights. I'm gonna pump some dark blue, almost violet, into the shadows. And then to protect those skin tones from all this cool tone, I'm gonna pump some orange and yellow and red into the mid-tones. And now you have an effect where the colors are not technically true to life, but they add some interest to the story. You can see the difference here in the before and the after. You can see a lot of the color grading coming out down here in the dark parts, as well as this wall having a much cooler look to it. So that is the difference between color correction and color grading. Aftershoot still chugging along. Yeah. Let's see, what else can we focus on? We can probably just look into good presets for these. That's not a bad one. Let me start at the top. Some black and whites. I do want to do some black and whites for this. This one has potential. Yeah, I don't mind this look. Alternatively, what else we got in here? If we white balance this properly, is this looking good? No, it's like very magenta. This one also doesn't look bad if I fix the basic sliders. Between this this. They're very similar, and it makes me think they were built off each other. This one just has a little bit extra warmth in it, which I think is flattering for the skin tones. Yeah, I don't think this preset would allow me to color correct it properly because the hues are shifted too far. This one feels really clean. I think this is still our best contender. It has a little mood in it with the crunchiness. Maybe I can play with, yeah, the saturation of the reds is getting a little hard. I'm gonna just make this its own preset for now. Put it in here and we'll do it, call it movement. Big file. There we go. I also have the Cineprint one. If we balance this out, might get some interesting results. What can I white balance off of in this scene? These socks? That's what Cineprint's gonna look like for us. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot to do my Instagram tags. Hold on. Oh, I really forgot to post this link. Alright, well, back to YouTube. God, I gotta do way more content. I'm glad I'm getting around to doing this stream. I've been kind of putting it off for a while. It's like I said, it's been a really slow start to the year, so I'm just doing everything I can to put myself out there. So we've dialed in kind of the look that we want for this, which is in this edit. I think that's pretty fun. It's almost like vintage with how punchy the colors are. Yeah, I like that subtle green tint to it that we've added. Just gives it like almost a old film filter feel. Like disposable film. seems to almost be done. And like I said, this entire gallery is how many? 640 images. I definitely overshot a bit. So this is managing to edit, I think it's been like what? Just a little less than 15 minutes. So it's doing 675, 650 images in less than 15 minutes. That's probably faster than I could manually pick out all the selects myself. And I'll show you guys some previews of what we have going on. I tried to get some shots with some movement in it. No pun intended. But I think something like this is pretty cool. So I'm excited to see how these more creative shots turned out. I might even do like duplicates. Like I said, I wanted to do some black and whites. So maybe I'll do some black and white variants. This one's a little too matted out. I want something bold. Let's see. Turn this black and white. Oh, let's read something. Start with black and white. I want something punchy. Maybe yeah, that deep actually. Yellows I'm gonna keep bright. Oranges or skin tones we're gonna keep those bright, as well as reds. Everything else can probably there really isn't any other color in this other than yellow. It's a very yellow toned scene. The vignette will probably benefit this. And if I like straightened it out. Black and white's kind of hard. I have a shoot coming up. That's gonna be pretty black and white focused. Oh, Aftershoot's just about done. And I'm kind of nervous for that because I haven't done a lot of black and white stuff. I might need to study some film references to really get a black and white look dialed in. Like there are some shots that I did against a backlight that looked really good. Even like this. Like, what can we do with this black and white wise? That's pretty cool. I guess it just needs to be the right shot for it. That's pretty cool. Just take a little bit off the bottom. That's not a bad shot. Give it something like this. This dude was going hard. I just love that like raw expression. Maybe even do some like clarity, make it crunchy. Throw some texture on there. And then once again vignette, always. I like to do a really round feathered vignette, so it's a very, very subtle one, so you can't even see the shape of it. And I take the midpoint way in to darken those edges as hard as I can. I like this. I'm gonna make that a preset too, and we'll probably throw that on some images as well. I would love for this to finish up. There we go. Now we're getting it. Alright, so this managed to pare down my 650 images down to about 190 selects. I think that's actually a great start, but I think we can go even further with it. So, excuse me. One of my favorite features about sorry, 1 second. Okay. So, one of my favorite features about Aftershoot is this Key Faces tab up here. I use that to quickly scan across duplicates to make sure that I am getting the best photo. And expression-wise, this does seem to be the best in that collection. This may be mistaking people's closed eyes for me missing a shot, but this is a group meditation, so this is the one time it is very applicable. We can drop that. And this is very similar. I'm tempted to include one of these. I'll make these smaller so I can see more of them. There we go. So now we can see, excuse me. Now we can see everyone's faces in this scene, and we can compare them very quickly. I'm gonna go with this one. See, we can see we're looking for this one right here. So probably this shot. I actually lined this up so that this camera guy is out of the frame. Yeah, right here. And then the one that I picked for me is this one, which I actually do like a lot more, so I can get rid of that one. So this one did make the right decision in picking that shot. That was the best one I had available. I'm gonna do this one because the body expression is a lot more interesting. Yep. I'm gonna do this one just because it's not picking up on this person's face, but the expression is the best in this shot. This one's great. That's even better. Probably drop that. This is gonna be a lot of bursts. And they're all blurry and they're all intentionally blurry. I was kind of figuring out the shutter drag settings for this. This one's not awful. Oh, I think this is the one we were working on. If not, this one. I like all these. This was the one that we were working on. The box jumps one, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of neat. I do like that. If I can crop out just the face, that would be a neat shot. I'm also, in this shoot, I'm kind of exploring how to tell the story of a movement or an exercise without showing everything there is to see. So like this, we don't need to see his face, we do see the stats, and we see the context of what he's doing. This guy's great. I just love all of these. That one's pretty good too. Good group shot. 3 dudes hanging is pretty funny. Yeah, I love that. Actually, I like this one. We don't need instructing, although with the group in the background for context makes that a much more interesting shot. Yeah, him doing something and everyone watching is definitely the best one out of this entire burst. Love that. Need the crispiest hand shot. I think that's this one. I actually kind of do like that. The collaboration is neat. I almost had this, but he's just making a weird expression. I actually like this one more. The arm positioning frames up the face quite well. I like this as well. And that. These are all great. I think this one is the best one. I think this one was the best one. I like this shot a lot, although having everybody up would be really nice too. Yeah, that one's my favorite. This one's a good second. Powerful. That shot's not really showing anything interesting happening. Good camaraderie in that. Is he chewing on his chain? He is. Oh, it just swung into his mouth. That was intentional. Oh, this is the best one. I love this guy's expressions, they're so fun. With this one, yeah, the guy neck's fine. This one's not, this one's blurry, and I don't think it's in an intentional way. This one. Also this one. Yeah, well, it's a start. I don't think this is a strong image. We could have caught him in a better position. I'm gonna trust that this is the right one. Not this one, for sure. I like all these. Maybe this one. Maybe the only one. Yeah. I like that they're helping each other out. I like that this guy appears in this little window here. That's good. Probably this one instead. Just gonna check on my story post, make sure that it was seen. Okay, people are seeing it. How do I go back? This. I need to send this. Alright, we got some options here. Probably this, I like. I really like that too. Not this one. Nothing happening here. That's a good shot though. This is the one. Don't need that leg. This is also the correct one. I like that. I'm gonna pull that in and really focus on those feet. I like this one. This one's strong. Yeah, now we're talking. I'm surprised these didn't get picked up as duplicates. Oh yeah, this one's fire. That's a good group shot. The vertical is not great for it. I know, I gotta... That's actually a really dope shot. Not that one. There's Amen doing his thing. Good shot. And Derek was locked in. I don't think I caught a single, like, he was just those brutal expressions, which means he was working real hard. Ryan, get out of there, bro. I'm gonna have to do this one. Better expression on him, but like, get Ryan out of there. I wonder if the remove distractions tool could fix this shot. This one's definitely the one. Not that. Not that. His expressions are killing me, man. This is a great shot. Good smile. Or wince. Whatever. However you want to interpret that. That's a good detail shot. This one, but also this one. This is great. People are really going through it in this workout. I was trying to get a shot, I was directing them to do a pass-off shot. And I was trying to capture that moment where you're transferring the weight to someone, you're like burdening the load. And first off, vertical frame was not great for it. And second off, I only had so much room, so I had to really get in there. I like this shot. Not the other one. That's not bad. That one's not really doing anything for me. No. Yes. 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 No, that one's even better. Honestly. This is a great shot. The dude, the hype man in the background is phenomenal here. I'm so glad I'm going through these on stream. I'm just really happy that I can kind of share the experience of what it was like to be there. That's a better photo. Let's see. I picked this one. I don't hate that pick. This one's also a good pick. What is like a good caption for this? Something like trapped in the trenches or something. Just like deep in a dark place, discovering yourself. Some like UFC type behavior. Yeah, I wanted to capture how tired everyone was too. I love that Edward grabbed a weight just so he could look like he wasn't resting. Oh, there's a nice smile. Oh, let's go, Derek. I like that. Yes. Oh, we got the hype crew in the background. Let's go. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh, that's a great shot. Oh, and some smiles. Always love some smiles when working out. That's a good one too. Oh, I missed focus on these. It's such a shame. Oh, that's a good shot. I like this. This is some raw, just being tired. Actually, this one's better. Raw being tired. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, this is the one. That should go hard. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Man, we was working that day. Got some high fives. This one for sure. There's one where they connect. That one's a good one too. Like the sense of relief on everyone's faces. That's a, oh yeah. I like that. Oh, but I like that more. Death. We don't need this one if we have this one. This one's a pretty clean vertical. Not interesting. That's fine. That's good. Some shots of Brett wrapping things up. The DJ shout out. The break. It says that this is the best shot, and it says that this is the best shot, and based on all this face detection data, I'm gonna actually trust it. I'm not even gonna bother looking. Now, one thing we can do is actually do some face replacements if we want to make sure that every single person is looking their best in this shot. Need to send text right now. Group discussion shots. one I don't need. This one I don't need. That's a good shot. Maybe not this one. This one's good. I like that too. I like that one as well. That one's okay. That one's a much better framing of that scene. I'm gonna pick this one instead. I'm just gonna grab. What's the difference between this and this? Just less background description, I guess. Yes. I like that one too. Just showing as many people as I can. We don't need these. These are fine. We'll keep all of them and then make that decision later. Don't need that. We'll keep that. Keep that. Well, maybe we won't, because Ryan's making a funny face. And we'll keep those. Alright, we'll save those changes. So we narrowed down 190 to about 166. Now we did take some away, but we also added additional selects just for like padding. I wanted to make sure I gave the guys, because we're going to make a gallery out of this and give it to everybody who was at the event. So everyone's going to want to download their photos. So I want to make sure that I include enough people. I want to make sure I include everybody so everyone gets a shot, everyone's happy. Alright, so now that those changes have been saved, I need to go back to my Lightroom catalog, and you'll see here it will let me know that the metadata has changed with this icon, and there's a conflict between what Lightroom's catalog says and what's on the disk. So if I go to metadata and I read it from the files, which is where Aftershoot wrote that into XMP sidecar files, we are going to overwrite our XMP data. It's going to have all of our color tagging and our ratings inside of our Lightroom catalog. Alright, so now the fun part. I'm going to filter out all of our 5-star selects. So we're just working on the images that we liked the most. I'm going to throw my preset on here. I'm going to take the reds down a little bit more. Maybe even shift those over to be a more yellow tone. Shift those oranges over a little bit too. And then let me make sure these basic settings work for other shots in the shoe. I'm gonna say yeah. There's still a lot of red. I'm confused about that. Maybe it is the oranges. I'll reset the oranges. Copy that over to, let's go way later in this shoot. Here? Let's see if that applies across. It should, because the lighting conditions really didn't change that much. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy and paste everything. Oh, and in between these, not that one, not that one, not that one. Well, maybe that one. No, that one's better. In between these two, the first one's more dynamic. Okay. We'll white balance this like we did before, and then do our I don't know, let's throw it on there and see what happens. Alright, now we just gotta scroll through these, make sure we're getting our crops right, our angles right. Can't have our stuff looking crooked. We want to give the best representation of our stuff as we can. Something in this room is very misleading with the verticals. I'm getting faked out. Why is this tripping me out so hard? Like, these pipes are they not supposed to be? There we go, I guess. Now everyone looks crooked. Whatever. Bothering me. This one can take some vibrance off a little bit. This can also be a 16:9. Another 16:9, I think. Yeah. That's a better use of our frame, because we don't need to see all that ceiling. I'm also gonna, oops, fix these vertical a little bit. I gotta really trust the process on this color look. If I get bored with it halfway through, everything's gonna look really inconsistent if I start changing things. I'm just making sure that our compositions are clean. Another 16:9 composition, because we don't need all that ceiling. I think these are looking clean though. I'm really happy with the way they're turning out. Oh, the boxes are horizontal. There we go. I think this is a fantastic shot. Alright, we gotta get through these though. Oh, this one I want to do a black and white variant of. Which, kind of like, oh wait, I made a preset for this actually. This. Yeah, I guess the lighting does need to like make sense for the black and white. Even like, if I did a radio gradient somewhere over here and just made this like not blend in so much with the environment around it, like lifted some shadows here. I'm gonna include these as 4 stars, just for my uses later in my experimentation. And it loses its dramatic effect when it's not distorted like that. I wonder if we got any activity in the chat. Nah, nothing but me. We have another viewer though, so hello to whoever's joining us. Yeah, this one, just crop in just the tiniest bit from here, and I think this suddenly becomes a much more interesting image. I'm gonna pump up the contrast, bring down the shadows. I think the white balance might have been jumping around a little bit around here. Well, autos recognize that. Kinda, yeah. For the most part. This guy also had a sick black and white variant, and it was this one. Let's do that black and white variant. That goes hard. I think I'm gonna save the black and whites for the like really intense movements. What? Oh. Yeah, a shot like maybe this. That will get a black and white. That looks a lot better. This definitely should be black and white as well. Maybe this one should just be black and white. Definitely 16 by 9, too much ceiling. There we go. If I can cut that guy out. Yeah, it feels a lot more full. This close up, honestly, black and white. I can straighten this out, that'd be tight. I like this moment. I also like this moment, this is fun. This is definitely gotta be black and white. Maybe a little bit of brightness here. A little brightness on all these. Do like a 3900 4000 flat. I think that's what I set my camera to when I was there. Actually, it was a 4000 for the video stuff I was doing. Not gonna do that for him, but that's okay. I really want to focus in on this moment happening here. Amen. Black and white, baby. Let's go. See, that looks cool. I think it's just a matter of having subject matter with contrast already. Dark weights, light shoes. This one's pretty cool. I think it'll be cooler as a black and white, to be honest. We're gonna do a variant on that. That's what I thought. This one should be like 4,000. Well, 3,800 probably. And then these blacks are getting crushed a little too hard over here. I think this is like a pretty dark corner of the room though. I like the shadows on this. This would make a phenomenal black and white. Just the contrast and the lighting. Yeah. Big wins for us. Squad pick. I need to just shift all these to the right white balance, which is going to be 3850, I believe. Because my auto white balance was on. And that's why all these pictures are shifting from like shot to shot. And usually I do a manual white balance, especially when I'm working with like presets like this, and the lighting conditions are all the same throughout the shoot. What? Oh, it's synchronizing my settings. I was like, why is it stuck on this image? I feel like I've been staring at the same picture for too long. Oh my goodness, we have 3 viewers. We are YouTube famous now. Anyway, download Aftershoot. Use my affiliate code if you want to use some automated editing, culling, post-processing tools. It worked on this shoot for me, and all these selects, almost all these selects, were made by Aftershoot. Yes, this one, I don't know where my exposure went on this shot. This one I'll just copy over. I like the distortion on this. It kind of adds to the effect. Alright, I'm sick of doing so many manual edits to all the shots. I just need to focus on composition so I can get through this a lot faster. We're in the lightning round now. I'm gonna drop this shot. I love this shot. Definitely black and white. Wait, which one's better? This one gets the black and white. I'll include both. I'll let them decide what they want. I'm also gonna mask this. Okay, good enough. I'm gonna turn everything down. Or just turn the highlights down. Maybe the whites. Not the whites. The shadows. Can I change the feather of this? No. That's fine. There we go. Moving forward, we gotta keep these moving. I want to get this all done on the same stream. Start to finish editing. Good. I'm gonna start letting go creatively as we go through this. This one would look really good in black and white though. This one gets cropped in on. Whoop, whoop, just like that. I'm gonna put this in the folder just for me. Turn that down, turn that up, turn that down, turn that up. Good. Up a little bit. You know, I was really pushing the ISO on this one. 3200 is kind of intense. Just zoom in on him. Keep that the focus. Yeah, that's good. Now we're flying. Vertical adjustment. Eh. There we go. Next. Good. After that, shot. You know what, I'm gonna leave that one kind of distorted. Such a fun shot. That's not a very interesting shot anymore. I would love to just not have Ryan here. Just that. Oh. What if we generatively remove him? I wonder if it would keep his body intact. No! It's probably because it's sampling a body and it's getting really nervous about that. You know what? We'll take that. And then what if I got rid of this arm? Yeah. I think it'll do a good job here. If it could keep his elbow intact. Yeah, it's not gonna do it because it's too close to a body. You know what? I'll take it. It's not the best, but that's okay. Then we have this version anyway, just in case. That one I'll save for me. This one, black and white. That looked really good in the black and white, by the way. Those background lights with the haze look so good. Alright, we're really getting through these. We're like 60% through. Drop this shot. I know this is gonna be a good black and white, so we're gonna make it black and white. Take some of that contrast down. This one, just kill some headroom. Like where that's at. Like where that's at. Maybe pull the exposure up on these. Why am I getting like a weird, like, darker center frame, lighter edges? It might just be the light positioning where I was standing. Exposure-wise, these are good, so I can just clip through these really fast. This one I can drop. This one I can drop. There's a lot of distractions. I like the smiles. I like the intensity of that shot. maybe not this one. Probably this one is a lot better, more intense, more intentionality. Just come way in. Here we go, yeah. Now we're getting passionate. Flip it up a little more. Flip that down a little bit. Cool. For sure, black and white scene though. Alright, watch this. So close. Making me use AI tools. It was so close to doing a good job too. Now it's gone. Teamwork. Yay. Teamwork again. I love the expression of relief on this dude down here. It's just so good. Definitely black and white. Good. These are lining up. There we go. We're trailblazing. Good, good, good. Just so we can straighten out a little bit.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared?
This one's also fine. Oh, they can really bring that in. And the group shots, the group discussion shots. What did I do to make these so bright?
I'm coming closer. I will catch you. The time it goes.
I wonder if this works as a 16:9. I think it does. Yeah. You get a sense of everything I'm going for with the depth of the scene. Yeah, we'll bend this up a little bit.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I am you. This down. I think the gym is really gonna like these shots. Can you guess why? That looks good. Just a tiny bit of straightening.
This looks pretty good too. This one I'll make a little darker. That one's good. That one is its own thing. A little brighter. And then our last couple shots. Alright, cool. And that is our gallery finished. We got 160 photos total, edited, all on stream. Got a bunch of black and white variants. This is looking really good. I'm gonna export these. Do my proofing size. And then do that to our exports folder. As soon as we can make that folder. We're going to say thank you to Aftershoot and close this. We just used its culling feature. It also has an editing suite attached to it, but we did not get too into that today. Definitely in a future stream I'll touch on how to edit your photos using AI inside of Aftershoot. Just waiting for my hard drive to wake up. I think these maintained a sense of consistency throughout. Well, while that is exporting, I think we can safely wrap it up here. I'm so happy to be on YouTube now, streaming. I think it was Facecam. I'm so happy to be on YouTube streaming now. It's the end of an era. Rest in peace to Behance live streaming. But I think we have room for a lot of growth here on YouTube, but a new platform is a much needed switch up for me. Expect more streams in the near future. I'll probably try to do like an every other week kind of situation for now. Just because in the winter shooting season's really slow. I'm not going to have a lot of new stuff to stream, but I am going to try to use this time to do more pre-produced content, whether it's video tutorials or just behind the scenes content. I'm making a much greater effort to cross post between my Instagram reels and my YouTube shorts. So if you're going to see something on my reels, you're probably going to see it on my shorts starting this year. That's about it for today. If you want to see the final versions of these photos posted, follow me on Instagram. You can find me there at Daniel Livingstone. It is this one right here. So be sure to check me out over there. Give me a follow. If you want to see more of these kinds of live streams and more educational content in pre-produced and live videos, subscribe to me here on YouTube. You will not regret it. And feel free to comment with any questions you might have. I can address it in a future stream. But with all that being said, my name is Daniel Livingstone, and you all be sure to do something creative today. Thanks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.